Well, hello.
Welcome to WhelpS Wednesday. It is Wednesday, correct?
It better be, yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully, let's see who's watching us. See some comments. No comments. I guess we're gonna just not
We're
share the news.
talking to ourselves. Yeah,
Yes.
I
So,
can,
well, we can start with news we just released about 30 minutes ago. That's
yeah,
not the news for today, but it's a start. So, as people may have seen on Twitter, we pasted it on Discord. We do have an official partnership between WhelpS and Polygon Studios, who are I guess you'd call them a subdivision of Polygon. And they're really focused more on kind of the ecosystem as far as blockchain gaming goes, as far as building dApps and certain utility goes. And what they do is they provide marketing resources, connections. In very special cases, I think they might provide some form of grants. We're looking into those just to see what they might be. But I think we're already ahead of the stage where that's the type of thing they grant.
do they,
And then yes,
do
they
they,
absolutely they connect us with people we'll want to be connected with. They offer us a direct line in the case we need technical resources or support, and
oh,
that's kind of the gist of it. So it's obviously a good thing to have. It's there's no harm.
and there's no harm. It sounds good. It's a big name. They can unhide OpenSea token. Oh no, wait, no one can do
Nope, they can't do that.
that. No one can
um,
do that. Well,
but
that's huge news. And
yeah. This is the first of our news today because we
yeah,
do have major news we promised people. Oh,
and
I see some people are in here and ready now.
and
So
it
without
sounded
further ado, oh wait, we have a word
well.
from our sponsor right here.
Yeah, it sounded like you had a dry throat earlier. Maybe you need to wet your whistle with
Yeah.
some
I-
WhelpS Slipstream Dragon Racing Fuel.
well, when dragons are racing, nothing tires them out more than that desert thirst when they're flying through canyons. So what'll give them that jolt back? It's WhelpS Slipstream Dragon Racing Fuel, debuting at NFT New York City.
Oh yeah, that'll be good. Can't wait to get my hands on that
Yeah.
one.
We have no
Uh,
idea how it's going to taste. I mean, it might taste beautiful for dragons, not so great for humans, but we'll find out in about a month.
Probably that syrupy name redacted, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, thank you, sponsor. We appreciate you as always. Let's move on to the big news, shall we?
All right. So this news, well, okay, you've just shown it
Oh, I
before.
spoiled it. Oh,
Before it
there we go.
so this news will affect basically all WhelpS holders, all Highborn holders. It'll explain what the Highborn items do. It'll explain what the siblings do, meaning your twins, your triplets, and your quads. Now, this is not their only function, meaning they will still have upcoming purposes when we get to things like breeding. But for now, this is a major, we feel it's a major value add, and we're going to explain it and show it to you now. Now you can bring it up.
All right.
All right. So we'll start with saying rewards begin at TGE and run for 16 months. What does this mean? So TGE stands for Token Generation Event. And this is essentially when we launch the public token $Whelp. And once we launch that, which is, coming fairly soon, I wouldn't say in a month or anything, but we're on pace and it'll come as soon as we do the Launchpad private and public rounds and close the public IDO round. So once we do that, we'll have the token generation event. And immediately beginning then, all holders will receive daily rewards. I believe it's 100 million Whelp tokens split up over 16 months. And these obviously have real value to them. They have a real dollar value based on the current market rate. We know what the public IDO rate is going to start at. From there, it's based on the market, if it goes up or if it goes down. So once we get to that point, it'll be very easy for people to calculate and estimate what the worth is. We we can share that this is how much whelp you'll be getting per day. So if you hold any of the OG whelps, the Polygon version, you'll receive 15 whelp per day for each of them. Now the highborns, because they're more rare and more scarce, you'll receive 45 as a base whelp per day. And this is simply by holding them. You don't have to stake them for this because we want you to still be using them in the game or using them for other purposes. So you don't have to make a choice of doing one thing or the other. You'll be able to earn these amounts while holding them and using them for, any of the game purposes or breeding or anything else. So that's something that sets it apart from some of the other programs like this. Now, we do have the objects, which you can see give you a boost on your base. So if you have a highborn and he happens to have loose treasure, well, instead of getting 45 whelp a day, you'll get 50 whelp a day for that one. And that goes up, you can see, based on the rarity of the items. So if you have, a chalice, well, you're getting basically more than double what you would get for just the highborn alone. And all the way to the super rare garden gnome, who gives you 750 extra whelp tokens a day. So that's kind of the equivalent of holding, quick math, about 16, 17 highborns at once.
Yeah.
So you guys can use this to deduce value. Now, we don't want to reveal the IDO price just yet, but I will tell you that where the floor is right now, you can easily accumulate, based on the IDO price, probably recoup your investment in under 1 month. So I'll leave you guys to figure out the math from that. But that's something where, to give you a comparable, most programs like this, you're able to recoup your initial investment on the NFT in roughly anywhere from 4 to 6 months. So we're starting off where it's just under a month. And obviously, as the token goes up or down, that'll change. Just as the floor price goes up or down, that'll change. So it's all variable and it's all always in flux. And finally, what we'll show at the bottom here, we have a few bonuses. So if you happen to be holding all 6 breeds, not including the highborns, just the 6 basic OG breeds, you'll get a nice bonus of 30 extra per day. If you hold twins, for each set of twins, you'll get an extra 40. For triplets, each set of triplets will give you an extra 375. And if you're the one person who can collect quads, because there's only one set of quads, you will get 1,400 whelp per day, which is in dollars going to be quite significant. I mean, it'll add up pretty quickly if you're able to obtain the quads. I know that nobody currently has all 4 of them, so that might be a challenge. And yeah, this is what we wanted to basically unveil. We're very happy with this program. We think it's going to give a lot of value. We've analyzed a lot of similar programs and think ours is just better, quite frankly, and is more generous than theirs are. So yeah, this is Penguin, any thoughts?
Yes, I think it's amazing. I'm blown away by the rewards, and I'm just chuckling to myself because you're a superstar now, Various. While you were talking to me, you were also somehow DMing me. So I think there may be a fake Various scam account going around. So let's make sure not to take the spotlight away from this. But remember, we're never going to DM you, especially Various. He's never going to DM you first. So now's a good opportunity to remind that.
I mean, I might. But, typically I leave my DMs open so people can hit me up and I can reply to them. And obviously I have existing conversations with some of our community for many, many months. So if you get a message that doesn't sound like me or is a fresh new message, probably chances are it is not me.
Yes, so sorry to take the spotlight away, but it just occurred as we were talking, and I found that funny. But yeah, in terms of this, like I said, I'm blown away. 15 base already seems super high to me, and then you had 45. It's a good thing I'm not a tokenomics guy.
To give people an idea, right? If the token was 10 cents, if your base, for example, is 45, okay, you'll make $4.50 a day, right? Now, the token can obviously be higher than 10 cents. But even if you were making $4.50 a day, I think right now to buy a highborn, there's still some left at that 0.03 range. So you're talking, you're talking about 3 weeks, I guess, quick top of my head math. 3 weeks to basically break even, and then you have profit for another 15 and a half months. So it's going to be something once we get it out there, community first. And once we kind of get it more known, this is the type of thing that I feel really attracts people. We've seen it with other projects where once they hear about this, there's some whales that come in and scoop stuff up. We have obviously our own internal whale who loves to scoop up whelps.
That's right.
So he's got a good base to make a lot of tokens already as it is. But now people can kind of hunt more for the different breeds they might be missing, the twins, the triplets, the quads, or if they see a great deal on one of these objects, because people that don't watch the minute or maybe aren't active in our community, they don't know that their items now have this value. They might be leaving them, at a very cheap price, and anyone who wants to snipe them, well, you have the information now.
Now's your chance. The lifelong search for twins continues.
And not the Danny DeVito, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No. I can play both roles.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's a huge news day. Well, starting with Polygon Studios partnership and then moving to WhelpS Daily Holder Rewards. And our special sponsor, of course, we can't forget about that.
Yeah, so it really is a WhelpS Wednesday today. And then we still have WhelpS Wednesday on Left House later, correct?
That's right. So we've got NFT action news coming up in about 4 hours, and in about 45 minutes, for those of you watching live, we do have our weekly Wednesday activity in the MasterBrews Discord. That will be Rumblebot this week. So yeah, join me in 45 minutes in the MasterBrews Discord for some Rumblebot action.
Sounds good. Rumble away. And let's just see if we have any questions here.
Oh, just my groupies.
Yep. No one joins to hear my voice, but all right.
I do.
Well then, we wish you all a wonderful WhelpS Wednesday, and that's a lot of W's.
That's right. Well, goodbye.